Hi everyone, how's life, and welcome to another one of my videos. Today I'm in Disneyland Paris Adventureland, about to go and eat at Agrabah Cafe, which is one of my favourite buffet restaurants here, so come along. Agrabah Cafe has recently reopened after quite a long renovation period here at Disneyland Paris, and as I mentioned earlier, this is one of my favourite buffet restaurants. And if you're wondering where it is, it's located in Adventureland. If you're coming into Adventureland, it's literally on your right hand side. It's themed to Agrabah, and as you can imagine, you know, with Aladdin, etc. And it's a beautiful, beautiful restaurant inside, but the food is what draws me in, to be honest, because this is definitely Disneyland Paris' most unique buffet restaurant here. Of course, with it being called Agrabah Cafe, the food also reflects that, and the majority of the food that they offer at this buffet is of course Middle Eastern food, and I love Middle Eastern food. I feel like it's the type of food that has the most amount of flavour, in my opinion, and I love different kinds of food as well, especially when I'm in a theme park like Disney. I don't want to always eat burgers and chips and fries, and so this restaurant is perfect. So yeah, before we go in though, let's have a quick look at the menu. As you can see here, it's a buffet à volonté, which means an all-you-can-eat buffet restaurant, and the price for an adult is 40 euros, and for kids it's 22 euros. We do also get a soft drink included in that, either a cold drink or mineral water. Normally I tend to go for apple juice or water, and then it's the same for the children's menu, 22 euros. It's also on a meal plan, so if you have the Disneyland Paris meal plan, you can come and eat at Agrabah Cafe. And here's a selection of some of the wines that you can get, as well as if it's a birthday, you can ask for a birthday cake for 35 euros. But there we have it. This is the lovely entrance. Let's head in. My reservation's coming up in about 5 minutes time. Before I check in over there, I just wanted to see you the interior of the restaurant a little bit. The restaurant's quite big, so you will see later on how beautiful all the rooms are, but even just in the waiting area here, I mean, look at that. We've got some form of genie going on, quite a giant one, and then of course we've got the main entrance over there and all these beautiful, beautiful lamps. This is a stunning, stunning restaurant. Always try and make reservations for weird times when you're in a Disney park. My reservation was for 4:45 p.m. Most people are not eating lunch or dinner at this time. It meant that I got in very, very quickly, but honestly, you can kind of already see already. This restaurant, fun fact for you, it used to be a full-on marketplace years and years ago, and then they eventually turned it into a restaurant. I think that's one of the reasons why it's so beautifully detailed. So let's have a look at some of the details first before we go and eat. Well, I'm at my table now, and it's a nice kind of quiet side corner table as well, which I always appreciate, especially when I'm vlogging. And this is the view that I currently have from this table. Look at that. All the details. I'm loving the sun peeking through as well from the ceiling. It's a good time to come to Agrabah Cafe anytime, but especially in the summer months when it's like bright and light, it's lovely. There are so many beautiful dining rooms here though at Agrabah Cafe that no matter which area of it you're sat, you're going to have a lovely view, a lovely place. This restaurant is just gorgeous. With that being said though, I think it's time to go and have a look at the buffet. We're going to start with the starters soon. So we've got some tabulas here. This is like loads of different salads actually. We've got some marinated bell peppers. Here we've got some salad de bourgogne. Quinoa basically, as you can see over here, and then a salad oriental, this one is called. At the back you can see some lentils. I've had those before, they're really, really lovely. Chickpea salad again, some carrots, which I have tasted before. If you don't like carrots, try these because they taste so lovely. Like, the flavor they put for them is amazing. As you can see, there's some corn over there, some ensalada, some marquejera over here as well. So a variety of salads. One is missing over here, the cucumber and Greek yogurt salad, which is actually one of my favorites. I think they're going to be bringing back a fresh version of it very soon. And then over here we've got some hummus. There's actually a selection of hummus. So a wide variety of them. You don't have to just get plain hummus. This one is quite nice, the muhammara. All of these are vegetarian, by the way, and a lot of them are also vegan. You can see some more salads. There's some olives over there, and then some tomatoes, some cherry tomatoes. So yeah, these tend to be the starters at this restaurant. They seem to have a carving section over here, and this one is a lamb. Looks beautiful. Here we've got Moroccan harira soup in there, and then of course some croutons, etc., harissa, etc., for your salads if you want to add them. There's some naan bread over here. The naan bread is delicious. I have tried it. And then this is basically like the main courses. So you can see some rice over here. Down there there's some, what is it? Some cod fillets by the looks of it. Some more salad. We've got some seafood couscous up there. Those falafels over there I've tried before. They're lovely. Again, vegetarian, most likely vegan as well. And then here we've got some stock for couscous if you wish to. This is a particular kind of sausage called a merguez, and it is stunning. It's a little bit spicy, but it's really, really beautiful. I might have to get one today. We've got some spiced chicken legs over there. They're delicious too. And then we've got some meatballs here, beef and lamb meatballs with some rice. This rice is amazing as well. So there's this called Oriental rice is what they call them, but they're delicious. You can get some confit prune confit if you wish to, as well as raisins if you're a fan of raisins. I don't particularly like raisins, but they do have them. They also have some potatoes over there, as you can see, like spiced potatoes, which are delicious. And I think we're about to get a new dish over here. There you go. That looks delicious, actually. Some kind of beef stew. So they do stock up the buffet constantly. Don't worry if something that you want isn't around or there's not much of it. They also do have a kids section, so buffet enfant, in case your kids are picky and have, you know, a particular taste. And they do have some very plain pasta here with some tomato sauce, some meatballs for them. The meatballs are beef and lamb meatballs with tomato sauce again, which they can obviously combine with the pasta if they wish to. They have these things, sambusek they're called. There's not a lot of these ones left, actually. This one's a beef one. I've tried these before. They are delicious. Of course, they still do the Mickey 30th anniversary, you know, potato things that they have at most of the buffets. And then this one's a sambusek with cheese. Both of the sambuseks I've had before, and you don't have to be a children or child to kind of, you know, get stuff from the children's menu. Also, children can also get stuff from the adult menu if you wish to. So do not worry about that. It's just, you know, they kind of arrange them like that so that, you know, it's easier for parents to find things that are suitable for their children. And the last thing I have to show you, of course, is the dessert section. And the dessert section probably is the bit that's like not my favorite in particular, but then I'm not the biggest dessert person anyway. As you can see, they do have some cupcakes here. That's the pistachio, pear, citrus and almond cream biscuit. That looks quite nice. This is nice. Chocolate lava cake with dried fruit and orange blossom caramel. We've got a chocolate banana and passion cream cake here. And then these are kind of the more Middle Eastern desserts that you can find here. There's a fig and honey almond cream and pistachio tart. That looks pretty good, to be fair. We have a biatch, which is a puff pastry with cashew nuts. A lot of nuts everywhere. So if you have a nut allergy, probably not the best place to come for desserts. We've got a financier de pistachio. Lots of pistachio things as well, of course, with pistachio being a big thing in the Middle East. They do have a couple of like traditional 30th anniversary stuff as well. And then pastel de pistachio, which is kind of basically your standard baklava is what I would say. But there you go. Before I take my first plate, I thought I'd show you the cucumber and yogurt salad as well very quickly, because as you can see, they've now brought a whole new plate of it. So everything is stocked up. Everything is beautiful. I'm probably going to get some of that. I'm going to get a plate of starters and then head back and get some of the hot options from over there. So here we are. This is my first plate. I decided to go for just starters only for my first plate. And this is all cold stuff. So it's a cold selection of starters. We've got the cucumber and yogurt salad. I went for some lentils, some of the chickpeas as well, the carrots that I really, really love. And then two types of hummus. So this is a hummus with some black peppers in it, I think. And then this one is hummus with some kind of caviar, apparently. So I feel like I've definitely tried these before and I enjoyed them, so I'm looking forward to trying them again. Of course, I did get a couple of breads as well, the naan breads. But the breads are a bit warmer, but still not like, you know, it's going to be a cold starter selection, basically. I'm going to try with the hummus first, I think, the black pepper hummus. Got a little bit of my naan bread as well. Yeah, the hummus definitely has more of a peppery taste to it, as you can imagine. And it doesn't actually taste too much of regular hummus. So like hummus with it being made of peas, I believe, mainly. This is predominantly pepper. And it's nice. Again, don't come to the restaurant if you don't like flavorful food, because everything that you eat from this restaurant is guaranteed to have a nice and unique taste and flavor to it. I'm going to try some of the brown caviar hummus as well. I'm not really sure what this is going to be like, but I'm looking forward to it. This is what it looks like. Hopefully it's going to taste nice. I have high hopes for it. Wow, that is delicious. I can't even tell you what exactly it tastes like. It doesn't taste at all like your regular hummus. So if you've eaten hummus before, if you think you like hummus, this is different. And it's nice because, you know, hummus is lovely. They had regular hummus on the buffet as well, by the way. So if you just want that, you can get it. But like, I think coming to this restaurant is all about trying different things and the different flavors. And for me, when I have hummus at home, I normally just get regular hummus. So this is a bit of an exciting journey for me. I'm going to try a little bit of the cucumber salad next. It's just cucumber with yogurt and like a yogurt sauce. And I'm a big fan of cucumber, so this is going to be great. Simple, but so tasty. Again, especially if you're a big cucumber lover, which I am. Cucumber is probably one of my favorite vegetables. Then you're going to enjoy this cucumber yogurt salad. Next, it's time for the carrots, because the carrots here, I don't know what they like cook them with, what they do to them, but they don't taste like carrots, you know? Carrots I feel like generally have quite a bland flavour to them. I don't mind carrots, I can eat them, but I also don't necessarily love them either. But the carrots that they serve here at Agrabah Cafe, wow. They taste so good. They taste a bit like cinnamony, I want to say. I might be wrong, but this is the flavour that I'm getting. Yeah, a little bit of a cinnamon flavour to it. It is beautiful. It's delicious. Like, if you've eaten a carrot before, don't think that it's going to be like a normal carrot at all. It's got a completely different flavour to it. A little bit of a spicy flavour as well. And then we've got the chickpeas, which I'm going to try now. Chickpeas are okay. They don't have too much of a flavour to them. Compared to everything else I've tried so far, I think the chickpeas are probably my least favourite. I'm still going to eat them though. But then the lentils are the last things on my starter plate. I've had these before and they were really good, but the last time I was at this restaurant was about a year ago now, so I wonder if they're going to taste the same. I prefer the lentils to the chickpeas personally. I feel like they're a bit more flavourful, but so far honestly everything on my plate, and you can kind of see it here, everything I've had in this quite colourful plate that I've been eating from has been wonderful. There's not been a single thing that I wouldn't eat again. So I'm going to enjoy my starter now, and then we're going to head back and get my main courses.
20 minutes later.
Well, I have finished my plate of starters and it was beautiful. Let me tell you, I'm actually almost even full from that. And weird to think that nothing on that plate had meat in it, so it was completely vegetarian, which is why I always say that the Agrabah Cafe is one of the best places to come to, especially if you're looking for a buffet restaurant and if you're vegetarian. And honestly, I feel like quite a lot of the things that I had on my plate were also vegan. Obviously, if you are vegan, and especially if you're a vegan who has an allergy, then it's definitely best to check with a cast member and have a look at the allergy menu just to be completely sure, unless they tell you for a fact that something is vegan. But yeah, the starter was good. I do want to really quickly mention the hummus as well, the ground hummus that I had, which had some caviar in it. It wasn't fish caviar, it was pepper and walnut caviar. After I tasted a bit more of it, it actually started to feel a bit spicy, so it had a little bit of a kick to it, and it definitely wasn't fishy. It did have a flavour that is, you know, it's not what I'm used to, I suppose, but it still didn't taste of regular hummus. It tasted quite spicy, but it was actually my favourite of the two, so I prefer the brown hummus, the one with the pepper and walnuts caviar, to the pepper hummus, the other one that I had on my plate. They were both delicious. They were both probably more exciting than a regular hummus. But yeah, with that being said though, I do now have, as you can see here, my main course now. I think this is probably going to be it actually for me when it comes to main courses. Normally I like to have multiple main courses, but I'm already pretty full and I kind of want to try at least one dessert too. So we're going to have a look at my main course now. It smells delicious. I went quite simple for my main course, so I've got one chicken leg, as you can see, and the chicken I've had here before is really nice. I went for some of the potatoes, some rice for my chicken. Got a couple of falafels. These are vegetarian falafels. They might be vegan as well, again you have to check though. And then the merguez sausage. Wow, I literally was about to speak French there. Sausage, not saucisse. The merguez sausage, which is quite a unique sausage that they serve here, I guess in France and also in the Middle East, and it has a little bit of a kick to it. So yeah, looking forward to eating this. Okay, I'm going to try the merguez sausage first because it's been a while since I've had it, so I'm actually quite excited. But before I take a bite, I wanted to quickly show it to you. This is what the inside looks like. You can kind of see, even from the inside of the sausage, how red it is, and the red probably indicates spiciness, and from my memory this was quite a spicy sausage, so let's give it a go. It's spicy, but only a little bit, so if you're afraid of spiciness, then I wouldn't worry too much about this if you wanted to try it. It has a little bit of a kick to it obviously, but it's not a lot. It's mostly just very flavorful. If you want to know exactly what a merguez sausage is, so it's a sausage made with uncooked lamb, beef, or a mixture stuffed into a lamb intestine casing. Wow. It's heavily spiced with cumin and chili pepper or harissa, which give it its characteristic piquancy and red color, as well as other spices such as sumac, fennel, and garlic. So as you can see, loads and loads of flavor into just one sausage, and that's why I think I really enjoy it, because generally speaking I'm not the biggest fan of like pork sausages. I find them to be just, I mean, they're nice from time to time, but overall I just find them to be too fatty, whereas this Veggie sausage is full of spices, and not necessarily just like hot spices, but just like flavors, and I love it. Next I'm going to try the chicken leg. Oh, bonjour. Hello. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Cast members here are lovely. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go for the chicken next, even though I love the sausage so much that I have a feeling I may have to go back just for one more sausage. The Veggie sausage here is delicious, but so is the chicken from my memory, and generally speaking I'm a fan of chicken, like dark chicken, so legs I prefer to breast, and this is a chicken leg. Let's give it a go. It's like a roasted chicken, to be fair. It's not my favorite in this restaurant. The chicken is really good, but it's not the best chicken I've had, especially when it comes to Middle Eastern chicken. However, again, when you're coming to Disneyland Paris and if you just want some nice chicken, then the chicken here is a good option. And I'm going to fully enjoy my lovely chicken leg here with some rice as well. Let me actually, my next bite is going to be with some rice. The rice is good. The rice is good. I feel weird like reviewing rice, but you can see it over here. Oh, a little bit of it dropped, but it's just some rice, some yellow rice. It has a bit of a flavour to it, not just like plain white rice, which makes it a bit more interesting. But yeah, it's good. I am going to have one falafel now, very quickly, just to give you my thoughts on it. The falafel is lovely. Is it the best falafel I've had? No, but again, when it comes to Disney, it's definitely really nice. And I'm pretty sure this is a vegan falafel as well, because I was here a couple of years ago with my friend Izzy, and she's vegan, and I remember a cast member told her that she can have the falafels, and she loved them, and I enjoy them as well. So with that being said, we have one last thing to try from my plate, and that's the potatoes. Potatoes look pretty good, and obviously if we're going by everything else that I've tried so far, I predict that these are going to have quite a lot of nice flavour to them as well. They are some of the best roast potatoes I've ever had. I will say that for sure. Really good potatoes, a little bit different to what you would normally expect, and they go really well with both the sausage and the chicken as well as the rice. So I feel like I'm very happy with my plate, and I'm pretty sure, although I might go back for one more sausage, for the most part I feel like I'm done now.
A few minutes later.
I guess I really did enjoy the chicken leg. You know, initially I just thought it was okay, like good but not necessarily amazing, but the more I had the chicken, and also this restaurant's getting busier now that it's gone past 6. My reservation was for 4:45, so like I said, good time to come before prime meal times, because otherwise it's just gonna be a lot busier. You might have to wait longer for the buffet, etc. But when I came, it was very quiet, as you guys saw. But yeah, the chicken with the first bite, I was like, oh, it's good, but it's not amazing. But the more I ate it, I was like, wow, it's actually really nice and flavorful. So the chicken's probably my favorite thing actually that I got. Second being the Veggie sausage, and then the potatoes were really good as well. The rice is nice, it's nothing that I'm not used to, but it's nice. It's just nice that they have an option here at Disneyland Paris where you can get that kind of rice. And the falafels were nice too. The falafels weren't very hot, so I don't know, but that sometimes can happen with buffet restaurants. And also bear in mind that obviously I film, etc., and the fact that I film sometimes can make the food go cold a little bit, and that's my fault entirely. But yeah, there you go, that's my main course done. Really delicious, I'm very much full. However, I did want to try a couple of the desserts, the ones that are unique to Agrabah Cafe. So I went with 2 of the pastries. One of them is a cashew pastry, I think it's this one over here, and then the other one is the one that I would call a baklava, but it's basically pastry with a pistachio in it. And I think the reason they don't just go and call it a baklava is because some people might not know what a baklava is, but obviously me having an Iranian Persian background, I'm very familiar with baklavas, and they are very nice desserts. So this is the pastry with a pistachio, as they like to call it here, which I just happen to call it a baklava, and smells really nice and sweet. Tastes delicious as well. This actually reminds me of my childhood, because we would always have baklavas for like celebrations in our household. And the smell and the taste is so nice. It's pretty sweet, so it's obviously a dessert. It's a very sweet dessert. If you don't like sweet desserts, like very sweet ones, maybe avoid this, but the pistachio in it kind of gives it a nice balance, and the actual pastry is so nice and soft, and I think there's some honey on it as well. It's just delicious. I love it. If you've never tried baklava before, come to Agrabah Cafe and give it a go. I'm going to quickly try the cashew one as well. This is another pastry with some cashew in it, maybe some honey as well. I love how it's decorated. It's very cute. This one's a lot more nutty. Like, you don't really get the sweet flavor as much with the cashew one, so if you don't like overly sweet desserts, then maybe go for this one rather than the pistachio one. but they're both delicious. The actual pastry for both of them is very nice and puffy and very, you know, sweet. And I'm very happy that I tried them because it's not like a very heavy dessert either. It's not like cake or anything. And I feel like it's a nice way to finish off this beautiful meal that we had. And just like that, I have left Agrabah Cafe here in Disneyland Paris. The time is 6:30 p.m, so I was in there for about an hour and 40 minutes, I think, roughly. But yeah, really enjoyable meal. It has just confirmed. Oh, hello, how are you? Nice to meet you. Can I say hi to the vlog? Hello. Hello. Oh, nice to meet you. Loving the outfits. Very cool.
It's a bit much.
No, I love it. I love it. It's amazing.
I'm ready to join in with the dancers.
Did you watch Dream and Try and Bite It? Oh,
Yeah, we've watched so many, like four.
Love it. Oh, those girls were so lovely. It's always so nice meeting you guys. But yeah, Agrabah Cafe, I'm feeling very full, and I love it. I think going back to it after about a year has just confirmed to me that it's still one of my favorite buffet restaurants. A lot of you guys do ask me, Sam, what's your favorite buffet restaurant? Agrabah Cafe is up there for sure. I don't know if it's necessarily my number one favorite buffet, but it's up there. It's in my top 3 probably. It might be number 1 or 2 actually. But maybe one day I'll make a video and go through all my favorite buffets. But if you're vegetarian and vegan, again, I would highly suggest Agrabah Cafe because a lot of the other buffets can be quite difficult for vegetarians and especially vegans. But Agrabah Cafe, as you just saw, has a lot of options for vegetarians. And my friend Izzy, who is vegan, she's eaten here before and she said it was one of her favorite restaurants in Disneyland Paris. So there you go. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and subscribe for more videos. Follow me on Instagram. I also now have this new thing called a thread. So from Instagram, you can find my thread as well. Apparently it's meant to be the new Twitter, but all my social media links are down below. I appreciate you guys and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.